If you're new here, my name is Christina and I'm super delighted to have you here. So you guys, like just one of those days when you like just want to talk. Like I just want to talk to somebody, but there's no one to talk to. My best friend is busy and I'm home alone. So like I don't have who to talk to. And I guess that's a good thing because it has made me make this video and somebody could learn one or two things about it. I've been seeing these posts on social media, especially Facebook, talking about the more I grow, the more I realize my parents were right. I just didn't like their tone. I sat down and I've been thinking about this for like 3 days now, and I'm like, the person who actually made that post actually thought a lot about it because it's so true. And I was looking at my life today and the things that my parents would say, especially my mom, and I was like, ooh. My mom was actually saying facts. Like my mom was really like trying to get me to be a good person. I just didn't like her tone. Like even if she tells me, Christina, I need you to sweep this house, I'd be like, woman, I should sweep. Why? You know what I'm saying? But then I didn't realize I needed to be in a clean environment, and it was actually very important. Or like when you're younger and you're told eat your vegetables and you just feel like, why are you bagging? Like, is it important for me to even eat the vegetables? But it is. So the more you grow, the more you realize that your parents were actually right, just didn't like their tone. Each one of us has got different parents, but you need to, one thing I've noticed is a certain group of people behave in a similar way. So like I've noticed mannerisms amongst like mothers or fathers are actually similar. So you find some of the things that my parent told me, your parent might have told you also. And in this video, depending on who you are, if you are the younger people, like my advice to you is listen to your parents. Those people have pure intentions for us. I'm Christian and my Bible says you should, like even the commandments say, honor your mother and father, for this is right. God knows those people want what's best for us. Like he created those people to actually mentor us in our journey through earth. Like God is our overall father, but then he's given us different parents to take care of us and help us grow. So even the Bible says honor your mother and father, so I really think we should honor our parents. So yeah, if you're a child, my advice to you is listen to what your parents tell you, and by all means possible try to do the things that they tell you, because most of the times, in fact I think all the time, everything that our parents tell us is because they want a better you. Like they just don't say it for the sake of saying it. They really are trying to get you to a point in life where you'll be good. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a parent and you're watching this and your child just die and listen to you when you tell them what to do, please be patient with us children. We have a mind of our own, and I don't know, really. With time we get to understand. I don't think I've ever told my mom this, but most of the things that she told me have actually helped me today. Like that time I would be like, yo, my mom can talk. Like my mom can talk. My mom will sit down and scold you for 2 hours non-stop. Imagine what she can do in 2 hours. My mom would sit down, she had the energy, sit down and talk to you for 2 hours minimum. You never have a 30 minutes conversation with my mom if you've done something wrong. She is going to sit down, give you an introduction, give you a main body, conclude, give you references. Like my mom would talk for hours. And sometimes it was like irritating. Sorry, mom. Like it would be like, oh my gosh, woman, you can talk. But she had a point. Because I remember she would tell me things like, Christina, after your day, hey, when you're about to sleep, take a few minutes to think about what you might have done correctly in the day and what you might have done wrongly. And I'd be like, they say I'm small time to sleep. I should divide it now and start thinking about what I did in the day. I would ignore that part. I'd go to sleep, wake up tomorrow, same routine. I used to find that I would do the same old stuff just on a different day. Like I would make a mistake today, I'll make the same mistake tomorrow. because I was skipping something that she told me to do. She told me, sit down and weigh out your day. Look at what you may have done correctly and look at what you may have done wrongly. And think about better ways in which you would have handled situations, or better ways in which you would have done something. But I would never do that. I would pass that part. But I feel like now, when I look back, and after I started doing that, I noticed that each and every day for me began to be a little bit different. Because if I make a mistake today, before I sleep, I will look at it and be like, oh no, that was a mistake, I shouldn't have done that. Or that happened there, I should have handled it in a better way like this. And tomorrow I won't make the same mistake. When mom would tell me, Christina, study, I'll be like, eh. I even reached the point where I would like go to my room, I would run to my room and lock the door and be like, pretend to be studying. But I'm crashing, like I'm taking a nap, I'm sleeping. But my mom would think I'm studying. But guess what the grades would do? The grades would expose the fact that I wasn't studying. They would expose the fact that I wasn't studying. And then I'd feel bad about it. But then just as a child, I don't know what's wrong with us children and how we think. Like, you know you have to do something, but you don't want to do it. Simple. When you wake up in the morning, turn off the lights. Manually, turn off your lights. Turn off the lights when you wake up in the morning. Turn off the lights around the house. Yo. I don't know why it used to feel like she has told me go and dig a big hole. Simple instructions were so hard to follow. Simple instructions we didn't want to follow. But the more I grow, I've started to realize that, you know what, my parent actually just wanted what was best for me. I just didn't like her tone. You know how they would shout. I just didn't like her tone, but she was so right. And if you're a younger person, you are privileged to have me record this video right now today telling you, listen to your parents. When they are telling you something, trust me, it's for the betterment of you. It's for your tomorrow, it's for your future. Listen to them. Those people are great. Even if you don't have parents, you've got guardians, whoever it is that is guiding you through life, listen to them. Listen to them, because they have your best interest at heart, even as they tell you what they're telling you. Myself, when I do an introspection, I'm able to tell that the person I was 5 years ago is not the person I am today, in so many ways. And trust me, all the difference is good. I am a better person now. I handle my time better now. I handle my finances better now. If you ask somebody who I went to the same high school with and told them that I'm a medical student, most of the people would be shocked, especially people who were not necessarily my friends, people who used to see me from a distance. They'd be shocked. Because the person I was then never used to listen to my parents. When my mom tells me, Christina, you need to study, my mom would tell me, Christina, the ball is in your court. What you do with the ball is up to you. The ball is in your court. Life is like a race. There are people around you who are cheering for you. Me as your mother, your father, we are cheering for you to win the race. But the energy, the effort, and the hard work should come from you who's running the race. Because I will not run the race for you. You need to run it yourself. So you need to look for all the capability within yourself to get things done. And I'll be like, hey, so much for your life. I'm just a child and I have to do all these things. But the moment I started looking at most of the things that my mom would say, I keep on mentioning my mom because my mom is the person who would be home with us as we were growing. So we'll talk to her more. My dad would also talk to me, but it can't be compared to how many times my mom actually spoke to me. My mom and I could have conversations 3 times a day. I would have a conversation with my dad once. So I'll keep on mentioning my mom, but it's the same thing. So yeah, like she would say, do this, and it used to sound so much like a punishment at the time. but it was worth it. It was good. I am still learning. She still tells me things to do. I still listen to her more. I mean, I still kind of don't listen to her all the time, but I've tried my best to listen to her more. And my life actually has been a little bit better, because when she talks, she's been through this thing. She's been through life, you know what I'm saying? Like, even just friends, you know, the certain friends who've been on certain phases in life and who have seen certain things before you get the opportunity to see those things. So if they advise you, I feel we should consider ourselves lucky, because we actually have people who are telling us these things. We have people that are preparing us for certain things, you know what I'm saying? And I will not say I wish I listened to my mom earlier, because in life you need to live. You have to go and live life. Like, you have to see certain things for you to be able to actually come back and appreciate other things. So like, I got the opportunity to make my mistakes when I made them, not study and get to fail my tests, and I'm so and the God I serve is so good. And sometimes I just know it's my parents' prayers, because I would fail tests. I would fail tests bad. So our system in Zambia is you've got 3 serious exams in your lifetime, like from grade 1 to grade 12. So you've got a grade 7 examination, you've got a grade 9 examination, and you've got a grade 12 examination. Those are like the big exams that you have before you go to university or college or whatever. So I would constantly fail my tests. I'd fail my tests because I wouldn't put in effort, you know. And I've always liked studying last minute. But my mom would tell me, Christina, what happens with knowledge is you build on it. Even the things you learn in class, you build on it. So you're supposed to study the material that you have and continue to build on it the more you progress. I would fail my tests terribly. Like this holiday, my mom actually told me about it. She's like, ish girl. There were times I would collect your report and I'm just like, this child. I'm at the point where as a parent, I also don't know where she's going. I really don't know. But then I would always find the fire in me to do better when my exams come. I would listen to my mom more. I actually noticed this. When she tells me, go and study, I'll just stand up and go and study, you know. And then I'll think about life more seriously, because I'm like, my mom would constantly tell me, it's your life, Christina, it's your life. If you don't live it, nobody is going to come and live your life for you. You will continue to be stagnant. You will continue to be at the same point in your life and not go anywhere, because you don't want to do the work. You have to put in work. So according to how big your dream is, it has to be around the same amount of work you have to put in. If you've got this big dream, you need to know that the work that you have to do is hard work because of that dream that you have. So she would constantly tell me these things, but then I'd be like, Mom, also. Or she would whip me. I remember there's this one time, hey, I think I still have a mark, eh? I think it's cleared now. I had a mark on my shoulder. She had beat me bad. It was a small mark. It wasn't like too bad, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying go and find my mother and say no, she did abuse or whatever. No, she didn't. She didn't. I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you. Like, she beat me this one time because I left the iron on. I left the iron on in the morning. I used to go for class at 7 somewhere there. I needed to be in class by 7:15. I used to go to class that early. And I used to come back at like 16. So I left the pressing iron. I was ironing my uniform in the morning. I left it on the whole day. Can you imagine? The whole day. The whole day. It was on the whole day. And that day I didn't even come home straight from school. We had other errands to run. So my mom came to my school. She picked me. I actually think we went to another city. Went to Kitwe. If you're from Copperbelt, you know this. You know where Kitwe is. We went to another city that day. Like after my class, I went to another city with my mom because we had errands to run. So we come back home like at 19. And the iron is on. So my mom sees that, and her first reaction is she hits me. I'm like, what was that for? She's like, you left the iron on since morning. Do you understand what that means? It's not even just about the amount of power that you have wasted. Do you realize anything could have happened? You would have started a fire in this house. Now imagine you just come home to no house because of one mistake that you made. So she hit me. And after hitting me, tell me why I never ever left an iron on, ever. Up to today, I don't even leave it on for 2 minutes. Even if I have to stop ironing for a bit and pick up a phone call, or pick up something or do something, I turn it off. I turn it off. Because what she did, I will never forget. She was right. I just didn't like her tone. She was right, but I didn't like her tone. Like, woman, did you have to beat me? Did you have to beat me? You know what I'm saying? But all these things are necessary for growth. All these steps that we have to go through life are necessary for growth and who we end up being in the near future. So yeah, I wasn't a great child. I still am not a great child. I used to make my own mistakes. I still make my fair share of mistakes. I could sit here and tell you on and on and on and on and on about all the things that I used to do, or all the things that I do that my mom does not seem to support. But yeah, just a quick wrap up, a quick overview, a quick summary. Just make sure if you're a child, try your best to understand where your parents are coming from, and try your best to actually be a better person, and try and push yourself to do more of what they're asking you to do. Because life is just life. It doesn't come with a handbook. It takes people who've been through it to help you live yours. And it takes you to be able to realize, Kuti, I need to put in a certain amount of effort, or I need to do certain things. Like if I'm hungry, I have to cook and eat. You know what I'm saying? It's just logic. Things will not bring themselves to you. So the more we grow, the more I grow personally, the more I notice and the more I figure out that, you know what, Mama was right and I should have listened to her more. And yeah, so if you're a parent and you're watching this video and you tell your child, do this, and they just don't seem to listen to you, please be patient. We as children have a mind of our own. And if you've got a lot of children and one behaves differently from another, people are different and people take different amount of time to grasp things. People take different amount of time to learn things. So just be patient and just know each child and see how best you can help them. But trust me, they are going to reach a point in their life when they're just like, now I see what Mom was talking about. It makes so much sense, you know. And yeah, obviously there's going to be, somebody has to live life, somebody has to make mistakes, and then they have to unlearn, relearn, and learn things. They have to unlearn some of the things that they think were right. They have to relearn certain lessons that you have taught them before, certain things that they already know, but they just don't know how to put to practice. And they need to learn new things. So it's a whole step-by-step type of situation. It's a whole step-by-step situation. Like it's a guessing game, I guess. The best thing you can do as a parent or as a kid is just pray to God and ask for wisdom, ask for guidance, ask for strength for certain things that you need to do, and God does come to you at the end of the day. And our parents are given to us by God. He says these are your second parents. He is the first parent, then we have the second parent. So those are playing a role similar to Christ, like they are trying to lead the way for us, just like he did. So we should listen to them because they have our best interest at heart. Yeah, so that's it really. I guess it's a situation of you learn, you relearn, you make mistakes, you fall down, you wake up, you give yourself a pat on the back, you try it again, you do what you do. But overall, nobody has a perfect life, so just do you and try your best to be the best version at it. I don't want this video to be very long so that you don't sit down and watch it. So let's end it right here. And yeah, thank you so much for watching my video. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, like the video, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend about my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support this far. Make sure you turn on your post notifications, because sometimes I really just be in the spirit to be educational, like now, and you don't know when that video will come. So I would suggest you watch all my videos, because you don't know which one you will learn something from. Otherwise, I love you guys so much, and I'm grateful to God for giving me such a platform where I can just, you know, talk or show you guys what it is that I do and everything in between. I love you guys so much. Bye.